Welcome to the Nerdiverse. Go ahead, sit and listen to the masters, the old heads, talk about what you love the most. Video games, comics, movies, and everything you need to maintain. We got the knowledge that's straight out the ether. Gonna need a drink and have to take a seat to expand your mind and listen to the speaker. Mike and the squad's gonna give you what you need. Please send in a question, come and get some answers, learn a couple lessons from the masters with the special guests. We got the green lanterns glowing on their chest. Yes, please sit back and relax, cause we gonna hit you with them stone cold facts, and allow me to be the very first to welcome you to the masters of the Nerdiverse. Welcome to Masters of the Nerdiverse, where we always have set sights to show you. You can always find this beautiful podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, SoundCloud, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and the ancient Egyptian city of Hamunaptra, where if you are able to fight off the Magi and enter the secret temple, you will come across a giant golden-plated crypt. But beware, you must read the text before you actually open the crate, where the podcast is neatly tucked inside. In the Egyptian, it kind of sounds like Amaptum Hamapdamie, and that's roughly translated into death will come on swift wings to whomever opened this chest. So I like my show, but it's a big risk. So it's up to you. It's really up to you.
Yeah, like how many hours are we pouring in for each episode?
Well, that's where I hide all the Patreon episodes. I just hide that too, so no one can get them until I want them to have them. And if they do open the chest, then they're cursed to be the undead. They must suffer the curse of the whom die. You know, the worst of all Egyptian curses. Oh man, I'm of course your host Mike G, and with me as always is my courteous co-host.
What up, Humpty Hump?
He is the Humpty Hump.
Yeah, Winter Sturdivant.
Wintertron. Wintertron is only here to destroy. He has to clear the land of all life so it can be reborn again.
I am your new god. You must die.
We will become as gods. We will become as gods. If you haven't played Nier Automata, play that shit. It is fire. It's fire. Oh man, I'm so excited for this week's show, bro. So excited for this week's show, dude. Let's get it. Let's go, man. Did you have a week this week?
I did have a week. It was long. Still having problems with my truck. Should be having a mechanic looking at it. And I thought I was going to be paid today. But guess what? I'm being paid tomorrow. So as soon as I get paid, I'm selling. I'm giving money away.
Give it away.
Yeah. Give it away now.
I'm waiting on a commission check that's going to hit on the 20th. And when that check comes, Michael's going to be broke because I'm going to spend all the monies. I'm going to spend it on stupid stuff. I'm going to buy a giant foam hat. I'm going to buy an eye patch with a TV in it. All types of crazy stuff. It's going to be dope. Man. What else is going on with you, man? You playing any video games, watch any movies? I'm
still, grinding away on Call of Duty.
Yo.
Here we go. I'm, prestiging all my classes, which is, there's 5 classes. They're all messing me up now. Right. Because there's so many different things that you can prestige in the game that I'm just working on, and I don't know why yet, but it feels good. It's I just got this gun to max prestige. It's time to go to the next one.
All the prestige, though. All of the prestige.
But it feels good too, walking around headquarters, look at my new skin that I got. It's heroic. It's ultra rare.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I love about MMORPGs is the peacocking. It's look at my ultra rare raid boss level gear. No one has this shit. Get on my level.
But
it's yo, look at this gear.
I hate doing it, but it's like it's better than what anyone else is talking about. It's only in Call of Duty that I have experienced this, where I'm walking around the headquarters doing my thing, and then you'll just hear people having like full-on conversations about, yeah, I'm gonna order a pizza with some mushrooms,
Right.
or like. A couple of days ago, there was a guy yelling at his girlfriend, like, "Do you think you're the only one who needs tanning lotion?"
What the hell, dude?
Yeah,
like,
and
that's
then
the one thing.
And then a guy on the mic goes, "Shut the F up! No one cares about your gay lotion."
Jeez.
Classic Call of Duty.
Classic Call of Duty. All the tolerances are gone, dude. Like, that's the one thing that keeps me away from FPS is the dude bros.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who are just either racist, sexist, or just homophobic, and it's just like, I don't need that after work, you know? Like,
right.
That's the one. But then again, you play something else. Anything online is going to be toxic, from fighting games, try playing Madden, and all the cussing you're going to get from 12-year-olds and shit.
Really?
Oh my god. Like, oof.
You reminded me of something, by the way, about 12-year-old. I did another recording of the Wisecast for work today.
Nice.
And I interviewed the 13-year-old,
okay.
and it's like I'm always nervous when I do this because it's like I don't have parental consent sort of thing.
Right.
So it's like I'm already toying with the idea of like just bleeping out his name. And
yeah,
I think
because it's a slippery slope, man. I would.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah. Well, especially with what happened at the end, where his friend goes, "Tell him about your sexual orientation."
Wow, that's
that's
either an awesome or horrible friend, dude. Like,
yeah,
what the hell,
it was like,
dude?
It was kind of like he's like, yeah, I need to be more open about it. I'm like, well, we only have 4 minutes, so can you hurry up?
So can you wrap this up, man? I hope you're wrapping it up. Jeez.
And then jeez, I don't want so. So then it's like dealing with like my dad doesn't know, my mom kind of knows,
man.
And I'm like, this is getting serious.
Can we change the subject, please? I'm not the one that needs to be talking to you about this, man.
We were just talking about memes a second ago.
Yeah, dude. Like, I didn't want I didn't know we were on the Life Network, dude. Like,
yeah. So now I told him at the end, like, that's great. I'm happy for you, but guess what? Now I'm definitely gonna bleep out your name because for legal reasons.
For legal reasons.
I don't need your mom calling up going, "You did what with my son?"
Exactly, dude. Mom, man, she will kick down all the doors, all 13 of them.
Yeah,
and flame your entire situation, like.
But that's how full I am of myself that all parents are listening to the Wisecast.
I know all the mothers of America that think Dragon Ball is the devil. But if it's their kid, they're gonna listen. You know what I'm saying? Because he's gonna go home and say, "Mom, I did a podcast and it was awesome. Oh, I want to listen to my baby." You know, and then she gonna hear it, and then next thing you know, Mom's coming up there to tell you all about it. So yeah, I would either change his name or totally cut out all the sexual orientation talk because he's a minor, and just edit all that out and be like, yeah, let's stick to the memes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's what I would do.
Yeah, that does sound. I'm gonna talk to my supervisor about it tomorrow.
Yeah, because one, he's under consent, one, he's underage, and 2, you have no consent on any of that. You know what I'm saying? And he got real for a second, and his homeboy blew him up, which is his homeboy's fault. It's not his fault; it's his homeboy's fault. But I would definitely be like, supervisor, I think we need some real sharp cuts to this.
Right.
Some clean edits, man.
Saves me a lot of trouble, and then I can just explain it to him. That's good.
Yep, that's what I would do.
This has been Podcast Talk.
This is a little inside baseball, huh?
Yeah.
Man. Anything else going on with you this week, man?
I'm watching Designated Survivor.
What's that about?
Oh my gosh. ABC is like the master of trash TV. It used to be Fox, but now ABC has the method where it's like, it used to be like ABC gives Shonda Rhimes whatever she wants. But now Designated Survivor is about Kiefer Sutherland. He plays this like secretary for the president,
Right.
secretary of HUAC or something like that. Probably not HUAC, and he's the designated survivor during the State of the Union. And then what happens is that there's an explosion that happens in the Congress, which kills everyone, which leaves him as the designated survivor as president of the United States.
Oh, wow.
And it just starts from there. All these conspiracies. Every episode, he wears not sunglasses, just glasses, and he takes them off at the most dramatic time.
Ooh.
And I'm like,
Yo.
why? Why would they think that was like okay?
It's so serious.
Yeah, and like there's smash cuts now of like every time he takes off his glasses.
Yeah, man, it's a reverse. It's a reverse CSI. You know, where the guy's like, I think this cold case just got rockabilly. And he goes, yeah. But now it's like his stuff just got real. And he puts on the glasses and he goes, oh, it's like a power down, but it's a tense one.
I don't work for you. This is my Kiefer Sutherland. I don't work for you.
I don't work for you.
I work for the American people.
Do me a favor. You have a mean Kiefer Sutherland. Can you say you're eating maggots, Michael?
You're eating maggots, Michael.
Yeah. That's for all my Lost Boys fans. Let's get it. That's one of my favorite movies. Remember the buff dude with the saxophone in Lost Boys? You ever seen Lost Boys?
I have not seen Lost Boys.
Get with you, dude. What? I'm gonna drive out to your house with a DVD with a terabyte of film, and we're gonna plug it into your TV. I'm gonna sit you and your family down, and we're gonna watch some movies. Have
like a Clockwork Orange scenario.
Yeah, right. Your eyes are gonna be peeled back. And your neighbor's gonna wonder why your cars haven't moved in like 3 days. It's gonna be me in there. I'm gonna be like, y'all. Next, we're watching Event Horizon. What's that? You'll see.
Yes, I think I've seen that though. That's the one with Sam Neill, Lawrence Fishburne. Don't want to give the spoiler alert or spoil the ending. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's my movie, man. That's my movie. You can't leave. She won't let you. Yeah, man, that's my joint.
Try me.
Try me. That's what's up, man. I know, right? Just have a shotgun like Ash from Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Speaking of movies, I watched 2 generally weird, different movies this week, man. I watched one on the recommendation of a YouTuber I follow. His name is Ryan Hollister. He's a charming young gent. He has an Irish accent. It's Irish. It's not Scottish. It's Irish. And it's a movie called Brawl on Cell Block 99.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, with Vince Vaughn. Like, honestly, it's the best I've ever seen Vince Vaughn. Like, ever. Like he's up there now with me in regards to just being a legit actor. Like, he's made, because he's so, you don't notice it, but the dude is like almost 7 foot tall, so he's so imposing. You know what I mean? And he just has this stoic cadence to his role. And I'm not going to spoil on anything because the name of the movie is damn near the what it's about, the brawl on Cell Block 99. The only thing I will say is that the movie takes a hard left turn where it's like almost documentary style shot where you're following the life of this guy. And it pretty much goes from Monster with Charlize Theron to like Kill Bill, right? It just makes a shift to the realistic to the almost cartoonish. You know what I'm saying? And it's a very it's a mild turn. It's not a hard turn. It's not a hard cut like From Dusk Till Dawn or something like that. But I would definitely recommend watching it. It's my favorite Vince Vaughn movie, hands down. Like, I was invested because I just put it on because I'll put on stuff like on Amazon or Hulu. And I'll just let it rock while I work on the podcast, do some drawing. And it just captivated me. And I just was like, wow, like he's killing it in this movie. You can feel his pain and all that. So,
well, you know that this is the same director that did Bone Tomahawk, right?
Yeah, I love Bone Tomahawk, dude.
Yeah.
That's my joint, dude. If you've never seen Bone Tomahawk with Kurt Russell and the guy from Lost, I think his name is Matthew something. I can't remember his last name. But Bone Tomahawk is dope, dude. That's another one where I wasn't paying attention to the movie, and then you look up so many times, it's like, all right, you have my attention. You know what I mean? Like, you got it. Bone Tomahawk is dope. So
the way he uses dialogue is like almost I don't want to sound cliche, but like old school like Shakespeare types. Well, not Shakespeare, but
it's very measured.
Yeah.
There's no wasted words. You know what I mean? It's almost like iambic pentameter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It's very cadenced. Words aren't like it's very measured. Like even in the dialogue in Cell Block and Brawl in Cell Block 99, Vince Vaughn doesn't say much, and it's all body language, and it's all his face and when he does talk, it's like super important stuff. You know what I mean? So I can't recommend that movie high enough. It's actually one of my favorite movies I've seen in 2018 so far. So the other half of that damn spectrum, I watched Wish Upon, which is this horrible teen angst horror film it's like a bootleg Final Destination, where it's the monkey's paw kind of thing, where it's like, be careful what you wish for kind of goofiness. Right. So I don't recommend that. Just don't watch it. The movie doesn't know what it wants to be. It's like Clueless with Mean Girls mixed with Final Destination. And none of the characters are likable. They're all jerks. They all have weird motives that the movie tries to steer you towards sympathy. And you're just like, nah, man, you're going to get wasted the hardest of ways. So,
by the way, can we go back to S. Craig Zahler for a little bit? The guy who did the Vince Vaughn movie you were talking
about? Let's get past Wish Upon it. That mess was garbage.
Yeah. Wish Upon it in the toilet.
Wish Upon it Wish Upon it in an asteroid field. Yeah, no.
So, S. Craig Zahler, I'm looking like, okay, Bone Tomahawk, that's good. Brawl in Cell Block 99.
Yeah.
And then it has, for this year, Puppet Master, The Littlest Reich. He's going to be screenwriter for that.
Well, the guy who directed Mad Max Fury Road, before he did that.
Happy Feet.
Yeah, he did Happy Feet. So it's like, you get money where you get money. You know what I mean? Like, I can't knock the guy. But these dudes be like having secret like talent. Well,
right.
Or like just they hit a reserve and then they need to rest their brain. So like, do Happy Feet. So it's a check and it won't be too extraneous.
But he's coming right back to a film that sounds interesting called Dragged Across Concrete.
That sounds so metal, dude.
Well, like his movies are like he is not afraid of violence, and it's gonna have Mel Gibson and Vince Vaughn in it again.
I'm gonna see that so hard. I don't even know what that is. You just sold me, dude. That shit sounds tight.
It's supposed to be about police brutality.
That shit sounds brawly, dude. Okay, I gotta look more into that. Other than that, I watched the Black Lightning pilot that was on the CW last night. I did want to talk about that for a split second. Just because it irritates me how everything around something can be marketed weird, based on the subject material, but the actual meat of the content is more conscious. You know what I mean? Like Black Lightning is a superhero in DC, those who don't know, whose name is his description. He shoots lightning powers. It's not rocket science. But the show touched upon current political issues that go on in the African American community, which I was not expecting for a CW show. You know what I'm saying? Like, the show didn't feel like it belonged with Arrow and The Flash and Legends of Tomorrow. It felt like it needed to be somewhere else, in a more serious platform. Because it's another thing where I wasn't paying attention to it, and I just happened to kept looking up, and I was like, this is getting real. Like there's shots of kids smoking weed,
right,
on the CW, and almost being sold into prostitution, and school violence and gang violence. I'm like, what is this on this channel? This is not for the CW. But going back to what I talked about before, there's like weird cuts where there's like a really bad hip hop intro outro music.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate it. It's businessman.
Streets, yo.
Yeah, it's businessman saying throwing that hip hop beat to lock in the urban youth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the show
Remember
doesn't,
Will Smith? Boom, boom.
right?
Yeah.
Don't make it cuss, but make it raw. Like it lessens the show. You know what I'm saying? Like the musical choices were a bit too on the nose, and that's all post, right? This is not part of the writing staff or the art or the acting. It's all those choices are done post production, where it's like, what music can we play in the background? This really bad. It's like Black Lightning's back. 21. You know, it's like Gucci Gang, Black Lightning, Gucci Gang, and I'm like, it doesn't need that. You know, like you just keep it. Like The Wire didn't need that. You know what I'm saying? Like it just irritated me that we're in 2018 and they still feel that they have to overly saturate a African American show to automatically make it urban. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't need that.
Like we get it.
We get it, right? Let it speak for itself.
Uh-huh.
It's like if they were making like a show about a Latino family and every time it went to commercial, you hear or some kind of like Spanish guitar or something. It would be so annoying. It's like unnecessarily stereotypical.
You're pretty much saying the Lopez show.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, right? So it's like we get it, right? We're African American. You're Latino. You're Asian American. Like you don't need to beat us over the head with it. If the show is in a tasteful way expressing those sentiments, you know what I'm saying? So I like the show. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch it again. I didn't want to like it because I wish it was Static Shock. I wish this was a Static Shock show instead of Black Lightning. But I was sold. I liked the family dynamic. It was real. It felt like they were talking about real stuff, and just those little things irritated me. But it doesn't belong on the CW. It just doesn't feel right. It's too real for what the other shows are doing, which is pretty much nothing wrong because I love The Flash and I love Arrow. So it's like, it's just two different tastes. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're eating a bowl of ice cream and then your mom brings over a steak and says, put that down, eat that. You're like, my mouth isn't set for that, right? So it's kind of weird. And anywho, the other thing that I was foolishly done was I bought and downloaded Knights of the Old Republic Star Wars on the iOS.
Boo.
And I haven't been able to put it down since. I love that game. I love it. I remember playing it back on the old Xbox, and I played it, and you just get into your old rhythms. Like, okay, I'm going to do a Jedi run. I'm going to be a soldier. It's all the RPG stuff. Oh, I remember that puzzle. It's a math puzzle. It's all prime numbers. And you just roll through it, and I've been draining my poor battery like a madman, like just playing this damn game. I'm so addicted. But I'm so mad because it's not KOTOR 2, which is Knights of the Old Republic 2, which is the superior game. But I'll take what I can get, man. I'm having a ball with it. And Pillars was just way too complicated for me. Pillars of Eternity, I got stumped on that game. And it was just too much brain power at the end of the day. It's just, maybe I'm getting old, or maybe I just need to slow down. But that game is intense. And KOTOR is right enough for me to wait out till next week when all the big games come out. Yeah, man. So, Big Boy had a big week. So, I'm just kind of a lot of crazy stuff happening. Oh, man. Speaking of crazy stuff happening, let's get into this news. Okay. That's the Street Fighter jingle for those who don't know. I'll fight you, Street Fighter's the best. All right, let's get into this crazy news because a lot of stuff has been happening. And I'm just going to go down the list, man. We're going to do it live. We're going to do it live.
We'll do it live!
Sorry, super hyped today. I had too many juices. Nintendo had a press conference this week with a lot of things that they're coming out with, new games, new peripherals. So let's just make this the Nintendo segment of the podcast. So we're just going to be talking about a bunch of Nintendo stuff. That's
so
come
go
out.
ahead and insert your Tide Pods into your mouth, and
what you do is you order a pizza and you put Tide balls all over it. And you put it back in the oven for like 20 minutes and let the Tide Pods explode and seep into the bread and cheese, and then you take a bite and pray to all your deities. And then you wake
now
up.
we can talk about the Tinto.
Jeez, you killing me, dude. And then you wake up in the next dimension, dog. That's how you go. That's how you enter. All right. Let's start. Let's hit the ground running. Mario Tennis Aces. First gameplay trailer. Mario Tennis on the Switch, which sounds like a very good idea.
We've all been asking for this. We've been going.
The fans have clamored, kicking down doors, right? Oh, the Switch is such a good console already. The Switch is so powerful. I don't understand, like, where it's like they took the time in the Wii U to gather all their thoughts. You know, the Wii U was such a disaster that they were like, all right, guys, don't put any effort into the Wii U. Let's just sit here and think about the future. And it's like, there's so many hitters coming out for the Switch. It's like, man, this is a console I need, but I just can't get right now. So Mario Tennis is a Mario game that's been around for quite a long time now. I want to say since the 64, there's been Mario Tennis games. And sometimes they're regulated to Mario Party.
Right.
Sometimes they're their own thing like this. And what differentiates this game to the other Mario outings is that this Mario Tennis has a story mode like it did on the 3DS. And I think that's pretty cool because I think most games that are strictly multiplayer, it's good to have a casual story mode for those who don't want to jump online or those who don't want to play play multiplayer. You know what I mean? Because there's a niche of fans who don't honestly have friends to play with. Sadly enough,
all around me are familiar faces,
worn out places, worn out faces. Jeez, as you paint you play Mario Tennis as you put your black makeup on.
Yeah.
Right, the next track is like 9 Inch Nails. Every day is exactly the same.
I'm gonna listen to My Chemical Romance while playing tennis by myself.
Guys, stop interrupting my Morrissey while I play Mario Party, dude. You're messing me up. You're getting me out my groove. But yeah, Mario Tennis is coming out. It's gonna be dope. Another big game that's coming out, which a lot of people are super hyped for. I can't protest to this hype because I never played the game, but it's a big game and I respect that, so I want to talk about it. Is The World Ends With You is getting a final remix on the Switch, and that's a game that people have been waiting for like 10 years. It's like, this is somebody's Kingdom Hearts, you know what I mean? Like, this is somebody's like, man, this game will never come out, I just want to play a new version of it. So it's a remastered version with all the weird little offshoots tied into one bow. And I think that's so smart for, like, if your console can't produce new content, then give the people what they love that's on a dead console. Make it look good. Make it 4K, make it high def. And people will play it. People will buy it. Like, if they remastered KOTOR 2 and put it on PS4 for $60, I would buy it, dude. Like, in a hot second.
I would just give them $120.
I would give them $120. I'll buy all the DLCs for a game that never had DLC. You know, so smart moves. New SNK fighting game focuses on all the heroines. So this is a SNK waifu fighter called SNK Heroines, I believe is what it's called. It's all the King of Fighters SNK characters, but only the women. And it's a 2v2 fighting game, kind of like Marvel Infinite, or kind of like a tag team fighter. And it's all the girl fighters. It's just the girl fighters. So you have characters like Shermie, which is my girl. Don't tell me anything about Shermie. I will fight you. Mai, Shinui, Yuri. I really hope Angel's in there because Angel's dope. These are all King of Fighters characters, mind you. And it's a brand new fighting game exclusive to the Switch. So I'm looking extremely forward to playing this damn thing. And it's another reason to buy a Switch. Honestly, it's a exclusive fighting game on a good console, And it's SNK.
Is there an audience clamoring like, I'm sick of fighting games. Why don't they have this all women?
I don't know. It's one of those things where everybody wants a waifu fighter, and for those who doesn't know what waifu is a kind of a anime / Japanese term for your favorite girl. Like if they came out with a Sailor Moon fighting game, I'll be on it tough, dude. Like
so pretty much, if you don't know what waifu means, that means you still have a chance. And you can live a natural life.
You can live. If you don't know what waifu means, that means you're still plugged into the Matrix, dude. You gotta unplug. You gotta go into the wizarding world of the animes. Don't have waifus if you can avoid it.
Jeez, I just looked at a screenshot of this game.
Yeah, let's go, dude. This game's gonna be hype.
This is borderline like. You've gotten tired of the weird flash porn games.
No, don't you dare. Don't you dare sully the name of SNK heroines. This game's going to be a diamond.
I'm looking at someone in a bikini.
It's not their fault, dude. Stop judging the book by its cover. These are women who like to fight, and they're from King of Fighters, and these are storied characters that happen to be dressed
How long is it going to take that they put a hot coffee type mod on this?
Don't let it go. That's the thing. Don't let it go to PC. That's all I'm saying. Don't let it go to PC because the modding community is going to wreck it, and I don't want that for them. I respect these fighters. I already have my mains picked out. It's going to be Angel and Shermie, and we're going to clean house. Damn it. Moving on. I will not have this nonsense.
Yeah. Why? Because she's a woman? She needs to clean the house?
You know what? I like that, and it's appropriate. I wish I thought of that. I hate you and I love you at the same time. It's weird.
I hate that.
That's fine. Last bit of news for Nintendo. I didn't even think that's like such a Freudian slip. Like she doesn't clean the house. Roadhouse. Jeez. Oh man. Nintendo announces the Nintendo Labo. A wild new experiment for Switch. Labo.
Oh, jeez.
I guess it's called Labo. So what is this? How do I...
Garbo.
Someone's already made that joke on Twitter. Yes, you got it, but it's okay. You didn't know about the joke, so it came to you naturally. Okay. And that's fine. I happen to think this is a brilliant idea, but how do you explain this? So...
Remember when you played with cardboard as a kid? Now you can spend $70 to do it.
Remember that feeling when you were a kid and you were like in kindergarten or first, second grade, and you cut into construction paper and it just feels good? You're like, yeah, I'm working on construction paper and I'm coloring. It's that, but for your Nintendo Switch. So what it is Nintendo's going to be selling cardboard, pieces of cardboard that you create and you fold and you cut into full-on gaming peripherals that work on your system. So if you're like, what the hell are you talking about? So if you're playing a musical game and you buy the Yabo, or what is it called? Labo, you buy the music set and you fold it and you cut it and you paint it and you draw on it and it creates a full-blown piano. And when you hit a key, one of those cardboard keys, it translates to the game and plays a note. So you just have yourself a $20 peripheral that runs on a custom peripheral, mind you, that runs on your Switch. Or if you want to make a fishing rod, you make yourself a little Cabo fishing rod. Or a gun, for that matter.
Right.
Or a pedal for racing games. It's this weird. Who was high enough to like how much drugs did it take to come up with this idea? It's like I've never heard of anything like it in my life. It's like why spend $200-$300 on a plastic Guitar Hero peripheral like a guitar when you can just build it out of cardboard?
Right.
And how long is that gonna last? Like it's only gonna last. If it's like kids, it's gonna last a day, right? You build it for your kid, they tear it up, and you got to rebuy it.
Well, I'm sure one of the marketing things is that this is artisan cardboard.
That doesn't matter. Some kid's going to spill juice on it and it's over. Right? It's
just
paper.
Like Hawaiian punch all over the place.
Yeah, man. Some kid's going to... Their sippy cup's going to drain into the innards and it's done, dude. And then you got to spend another... Who knows what they're going to charge for this thing. I'm hearing it's going to be like $60 for a full set.
Yeah, they're talking about $70 for the variety kit.
Yeah.
Which is the RC car that you can make out of it, a fishing rod, a house, a motorbike, piano, a talking dog, girlfriend that will love you. Okay, I lied about the dog. But and then for $80 in a separate kit, you get the robot that you create a wearable robot suit.
It teach it to love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And teach it to not be the girlfriend that will complain that you spent $80 on cardboard.
Hey, babe, we can't go out tonight, but we got this sick ass Labo guitar, dude. I'm gonna play you a song because I love you.
Like you see the girlfriend like yelling at him, and then you see him just like typing things into the cardboard, like Control Z, Control Z.
Control Alt Delete. Why would it go back to Taskmaster? It's Task Manager. You have to Control Alt Delete on the cardboard, and it just goes to the switch. That shit is so broken. I'm not buying this because I'm not an idiot. But I think it's a brilliant idea. I think if it's cheap enough, like, why not build your own peripheral and paint on it and give it race car colors or whatever the hell you want to do? It's good for kids, but you have to buy like $300 worth of this stuff, you know, because your kid's going to tear it up. You know, it's like...
Yeah, like I find it... Yeah. I find it interesting, but I don't equate interesting as something that's good or something...
If I had kids, I would buy it for my kids. At least one set. I would just let them be creative, and if Dad, can you help me build my what's this thing? Labo puppy. I guess we're building Labo puppies. We're playing God today.
This is why I won't get them in Nintendo devices if I ever have kids.
Kids gotta have a Nintendo, man. It's part of childhood. You gotta have
like here's a Raspberry Pi CPU. You make something out of it.
You get 1,000 games out of it, son.
Yeah.
I've always joked, like, if I ever have kids, I'm starting them off on the Nintendo, and they have to like grow with the consoles. Like, by the time they're 18, they're going to be making it to Nintendo 64. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, if you want the console, you buy it, but if you want anything from me, it has to be in consensual years. So you'll get a PS.
I had to suffer. Now you suffer.
No, you suffer. You're gonna be 40 by the time you do a PS3. I don't care what you say.
Or by the time that happens, you're like I'm in the grid virtual reality.
Yeah,
we're
playing the PS9 where you just swallow it and you go to sleep and you wake up in the game and shit. You know, shit's nuts. All right, enough about video games. They're depressing me right now.
Yeah, they suck.
They suck. No, I'm just kidding. I love video games. I'll play one later. Speaking of getting played, all the Fox X-Men films are being pushed by Fox/Marvel. That means Deadpool 2. That means New Mutants. That means Gambit. That means X-Men Dark Phoenix. They're all their dates are being pushed almost out for like a year. Like, a New Mutants was supposed to come out this year. Now that's a 2019 film. So it makes me think, like, what's Marvel doing? You know, like, what's going on? It's kind of
they're going like, how can we extend our money grasp on this?
Yeah, I think it's like, how can we fit these into the MCU? There's gonna be a lot of reshoots for all of these movies, except for X-Men Dark Phoenix. I think they're just gonna let that die on the vine. They're gonna just put that out. But Deadpool 2, they're definitely gonna do reshoots for that. New Mutants, the horror movie, X-Men movie, that's gonna get reshoots. They haven't even started Gambit, so that's ripe for just fit it into the MCU. So I think they're pushing all these films so that they can really start to Because once they open those floodgates, it's on like Donkey Kong, man. This is the X-Men are here, the Fantastic Four are here, and they already have things in the pipe that are just do a Justice League, and if you need to redirect and refilm the last third of the film, just do it. Why not? Sometimes that can make for a worse film, like Justice League, but sometimes it works, like Rogue One. So. And I know Disney /Fox /Marvel /Star Wars /Simpsons /Alien /X-Files know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So let's cross our fingers and toes and hope that these movies come out by the time we're 1,000. So
right, just like Gambit was supposed to come out.
Gambit is the weirdest thing in the world because it's already dropped 3 directors. The only person attached to this movie still is poor Shannon Tatum, who's just like, I just want to make movies, man.
Yeah, which is a mistake.
I don't want him as Gambit. Don't get me wrong.
Have Timothy Oliphant from Justified. He can do an accent.
He can do an accent. Let him do it. I don't mind, dude. Accent. Mm-hmm. My favorite Gambit line ever is the episode with Apocalypse. And Apocalypse is wrecking the X-Men, and Gambit throws his cards at him like it's going to do anything. And Apocalypse turns around, and Gambit says, "The name is Gambit. Remember it." And it's so cool. It's such a cool line. And then Apocalypse just clotheslines him or something. And he's off into the next dimension.
Nice.
Oh, man. Speaking of different dimensions, Marvel's finally greenlit a Black Widow solo film. Which is about damn time, right?
Yeah.
I've never liked Scarlett Johansson in the role. That's gonna irk a lot of people, but it's just my personal preference. I've always wanted. No, man, it's just when Emily Blunt was attached to the role, I thought she may have been a better fit. And it kind of irks me that Scarlett Johansson can't do a Russian accent, because in my brain, Black Widow has a Russian accent. Like she's this cold, calculating kind of Russian spy, kind of like Widow, a Widowmaker in Overwatch. That's Black Widow to me. And she even has the spider motif, one shot, one kill kind of thing. And Scarlett just plays it so nonchalant. She's like, "Oh, I'm an American with America, but I'm Russian. My name is Romanov." No.
Can't you tell that I'm Russian with my last name?
My last name should tell you that I'm Russian.
Yes.
What the hell?
You see me eating borscht?
I'm eating beet soup.
Yeah.
You bastard.
Cold fish soup.
Gefilte fish. All the lutefisk. Eating all of it. Making me gassy, but I am an Avenger. But yeah, Black Widow needs her own movie, man. If Wonder Woman's taught us anything, is that there's a market for this, for the female demographic in action films. And even before, Wonder Woman, you have movies like Aliens, which is technically a female-driven action film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver killed that role. And it's been proven time and time again. Even Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie was a female, which were successful. You know what I'm saying? So
true that.
So with Black Widow coming out and Captain Marvel coming out, let the ladies take over, dude. I'm all down for it. Don't give them any weird love interests or anything weird like that. Just let them be awesome and let them kill it. I'm so excited to see what Brie Larson does with Carol Danvers. I just want to know what that's going to be, because she's such a kick-ass actress or actor. That's the way they're doing it now. And I'm just curious to see how physical she's going to be. I was watching a training video for the lady who's going to be playing Lara Croft in the Tomb Raider remake. Oh man, she looks intense, dude. Ooh,
nice.
She was doing her workout regimen, and you could see all the little bones in her back. She's like, I'm taking this role serious as hell, and I'm getting ripped for the role. And she looks like Sarah Connor from Terminator 2. You know what I mean? She's not playing, dude. I'm so, it made me hype for Lara Croft, because when the actor puts that much initiative and that much care into the role, they're taking that shit seriously. Yeah. They're not Ben Afflecking it up and being all chunky, saying they're Batman and shit.
I'm Batman.
No, Ben Affleck, that's not even Ben Affleck's voice.
Yeah,
Ben Affleck
I know. That was Christian Bale.
Honestly, I'm gonna say something super controversial and come at me. Christian Bale is not the best Batman. He's not.
Okay. To be honest, we're almost at the hour mark. We're at 47 minutes.
Holy
so
shit.
I would like to dissect that, but we can move on.
You know what? Let's move on. This is another topic for another conversation.
Uh-huh.
I will fight you, Winter, with my spinners. All right. Last bit of news is really quick. Is that for some weird reason, Marvel Comics is bringing back Conan the Barbarian into the modern Marvel universe.
All right.
Conan is going to be dropped out of time into the Marvel universe with
Conan in New York.
Conan, the adventurer. Conan, strongest he can be. And Marvel, when they do this kind of stuff, that means that he has cinematic potential.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to highlight a character for no reason. They've done it. They did it with Guardians. They did it with Ghost Rider. They did it with Doctor Strange, where they'll make him emphasize in the comic, and you know, like, oh man, they're going to make a Conan film, like Marvel presents Conan film, which will be dope, man.
Please have Arnold still play it.
I want Arnold to be King Conan. He's all old and shit, and his son is the new Conan. That's what I want.
Well, that's probably what's going to happen.
His son is real dumb and young, and Arnold has to teach him how to be a badass Conan.
Have Shia LaBeouf play.
His name will be Mutt the Barbarian. His name will be Mutt.
Mutt. We are not afraid. That's all he says.
What is best in life?
Yeah.
The lamentations of the Mutt.
Oh. He just says he will not divide us throughout the entire film.
He just says, don't let your dreams be dreams.
Yeah.
Just do it. Questions?
Yes.
If we have questions you want to ask either me or Winter or any of the Masters of the Nerdiverse that are hidden in the shadows, you can send those questions to mastersofthenerdiversecast@gmail.com. You may say, oh no, Mike, I fell into a time vortex. Please repeat that. I will say, of course, no problem. That's mastersofthenerdiversecast@gmail.com. You ready for some questions, Winter?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Do it. First question. Have you ever taken a long amount of time to realize that you love or hate something?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Moving on. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. The thing that I found out that I actually love is rap.
Really?
I do not like rap music. I think okay. I used to be like so anti it. I'm like, but people are like connecting rap music with black culture. I'm like, what about jazz? Jazz is so cool.
You're that guy?
Yes.
Straight up.
Yes,
straight up.
Like yeah. I'm the old black guy in the corner. I'm not even full black. Yeah, but I'm like, I'm in the corner of the bar, like, that's not music. What about Miles Davis?
Why'd you put
or
on
like
some Ripperton?
Or like, I would tell people, like, back in the day, like I like blues music. I do not like rap.
Yeah.
I think or like blues and jazz would do far more for our people than rap.
Damn, dude.
And I'm in the middle of white ranch country telling people that.
Hey,
like,
man.
No, you like rap. You like rap.
He preaches to the choir. Now I want to know what turned you, man. What track? What verse? What turned you?
Okay. Well, a lot of people will think that it was Post Malone. But
oh,
no.
Jesus Christ, dude. You're gonna make me throw up in my eyes.
Yeah.
Keep talking. They'll end on Post Malone, dude. Like,
or a lot of people will also think that it's Big Shaq, Man's Not Hot.
You're killing me, man.
But really, it was listening to the latest. It's not new, but the latest album of A Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
Where he goes, people living in a fishbowl.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh,
that's a good album, dude.
And it's like, I like it. I like the way he says fishbowl. I'm going.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you, Winter. Like, here's the thing. Like, I've always been low key into rap because of my father. My father really liked LL Cool J, Public Enemy, more of the conscious stuff, right?
Yeah.
But as a kid in high school, I was in jazz band, so I played upright bass. I was a bass drum. I was a band kid, but it wasn't until high school that I really started to appreciate hip hop on a more cultural level, and I started listening to more influential bands like Reflection, like Black Star with Talib Kweli and Mos Def, and of course the Wu-Tang Clan, Common Sense. You know what I'm saying? Even the West Coast stuff like Tupac and Razzcast.
Yeah.
So it's like I got some stuff I can send your way if you're really want to get deeper into real hip hop. And I hate to be that guy that separates rap from real hip hop. But let's just call a spade a spade. There's really a divide on approaches.
So you don't think Logic is a real rapper?
No, I'm not saying that he's not. I'm saying if you got flows, you got flows. I don't care if you're Juicy J or if you're Rakim. You know what I'm saying? But
I do agree Post Malone is on the edge of not being hip hop.
Yeah, I mean,
because I don't even hear him rap sometimes.
No, I'm just saying like you can like Lil Wayne and you could like The Roots, Things Fall Apart, the live album. I'm gonna send you that shit. That'll change your life because that's all there. The Roots is all band, so it's all rhythm section and Black Thought and A Militant and Questlove, and don't get me started on hip hop, but yeah, you can like all hip hop, man. You can like rap, you can like whatever the hell you want, but it's certain moods for certain things. Like certain days I want to listen to 3 6 Mafia and get crunk as fuck and just hang out and bang that mess out my car. Certain days I want to listen to more conscious stuff, more slow down stuff like like Mos Def or like some The Roots, even some Sade, I consider hip hop. I don't care what anybody says. Sade got flows.
Now, a part of this was also because I like spoken word. Like, I can listen to a full spoken word album. Yeah. And then I went, well, what happens if you just put music in the background?
It becomes hip hop.
I start to hate it.
It becomes hip hop real easy.
Or like the first time I ever heard, I can't remember who does it. I was watching an episode of Scandal, and they just played a clip of "The Revolution Will Not Be Televised." That whole spoken word, and I'm like, I like
behind
it.
That.
But he's rapping, dang it.
But he's rapping, dang it. Well, I can't like it. No, I'm gonna send some. We're gonna talk later. I'm gonna send some stuff your way, man, because there's good hip hop out there depending on your sensibilities. If you have a jazz spoken word sensibility, then there's a perfect little niche of hip hop. A slice of sweet potato pie that's deep and rich that I'm going to send your way.
Like, I like Nerd.
Yeah, you like the track. Yeah.
Yeah. I like I heard Lemon, and then I was
track,
like,
dude.
Yeah, until I watched the music video at the youth center.
I can't talk about it's not Hype Williams anymore, dude. Music videos aren't what they used to be, man.
Right. Well, it was just a woman twerking, and I'm like, I can't really have that.
Yeah, on at the youth center.
Yeah. When I get home, yeah. But...
Yeah, when I get home, yeah. Turn that mess on. Yeah. TV on, lights off. Oh yeah.
Oh. You're making it gross.
I'm making it weird. I don't care. I don't care. To quickly answer this question, because we went a bit long with your answer, which was good. I like a nice detailed answer. But mine's real easy is lettuce. I hated lettuce as a kid. I super hated lettuce. Didn't want to touch it on my plate. But as I became an adult, and as I became fat, it was like lettuce has to be integrated into the diet some kind of way. And then I started appreciating salads and just finding ways. Like, I don't like lettuce on tacos or on burgers and shit like that. I like it like fresh, cold, beautiful lettuce or spinach, crunchy, right? Like iceberg or romaine. Or I've found to be eating spinach. I eat spinach all the time. And I use that for salads instead of lettuce. So there's something that I've grown out of. Like, I still hate onions because those are the devil's fruit. I hate onions. Damn it. But lettuce is one thing I have to turn around on.
Slowly becoming more and more like a rabbit.
Trying, man. I got you, dude. Older you get, man.
But you always see rabbits as fat. So I don't understand.
No, it's just they have a little pooch, dude. They have a little squeezable pooch. Little babies.
Oh.
They're real buff under all that. You see their arms? Rabbit arms are real buff. They're like down. They're like kangaroos. Like, you don't realize how buff a kangaroo is until you see it. And I think it's ripped. It's like, this is real scary. Kangaroos are frightening. I don't care what anybody says. In video games, name some vehicles that you like in video games, some ways of transportation.
I love motorcycles in games.
Yeah.
And I also liked there was this game that I loved playing as a kid called Mercenaries.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I liked having the APCs vehicles where you would have a bunch of friendly NPCs go in there, and then you just kind of crash down the door.
Nice.
Especially when it's like, this is a stealth mission, Winter. You must do this. And then you just hear me coming down the hill with all these guys.
You just fight of the Valkyries.
C4 strapped to the car.
Yeah.
And then have the NPCs jump out while I'm driving, then I jump out and explode the C4.
That's dope.
Oh, good game.
Good times, right?
Yeah.
Good times. Oh man, a couple of ones. I like the surfboards in Turtles in Time on the sewer level. But it kind of plays like Battletoad. I like that kind of feeling vehicle. I liked the Batmobile in Batman Arkham Knight until I didn't like it anymore. So those come to mind. And I like when on God of War, when you fight the monster, then you jump on its back, and then you start riding the monster, and it blows fire and shit. Those are always super sick. And of course, Spy Hunter on old school Nintendo. Riding Yoshi on Super Mario World was super dope. That comes to mind as well. And lastly, has a video game ever made you cry?
I think...
Or get emotional. Not full. You don't have to be full on baby tears, but made you kind of choke up a little bit.
There was I think I might have teared up a little bit for Fallout 3 when the father dies.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah. Or Metro, something like that. I think when he blows up everything and turns out I don't want to spoil it, but yeah.
Yeah, mine's just a super spoiler, so I have to dance around it. One for me is I kind of teared up at the end of Final Fantasy 15, the latest Final Fantasy, because there's the ending, which is extremely. You go on this journey with your buddies, and the whole game is about a journey with your friends and getting to know your friends. And at the end, that Florence and the Machine cover of Stand By Me comes on, it just gets you, man. And then it does during the whole game, you're taking pictures of your journey with Pronto, and you start seeing old screenshots of you guys in battle, you guys hanging out, and it just gets you, man. Even to this day, I have that Florence and the Machine cover that was just for Final Fantasy 15 on my playlist, and it chokes me up every time. Nier made me choke up a little bit. That was a really good ending for that game, and like you said, the Fallout 3 ending was a bit rough. That spoiler. But yeah, those games, man, just really that was a good ass game, right? You know that feeling where it's just oh, this is why I play video games, man. It's just you have a good time, you laugh, and at the end you just feel it. You feel oh, it's such a good feeling. That's the biggest thing I would say about video games is that a good video game, like a good movie or any good literature, will make you think about it and make you feel about it. And when a game does it and you're so immersed, it's the easiest way to pull those emotions out. So good, so good. Oh man, what are you looking forward to this week?
Getting paid.
Hell yeah, right?
Yeah, there's a Cajun place near me, so I'm going to go eat some Cajun food on the weekend. Nice,
dude.
Yeah?
Yeah, man, I want to play some more KOTOR. Dragon Ball Z Fighters comes out, and I might as well announce it now because it's going to happen. I'm going to be streaming that game on Twitch, so it's a new thing we're going to be doing called MOTN Plays. So I'm getting all my equipment ready, and I'm going to be on Twitch streaming it live. I'm going to be doing commentary over it and just see who shows up. So if anyone. So I'm just going to be playing that probably starting in the end of the month. So as soon as I get the game, I can get all my stuff. I'm going to be up and running. I'll definitely send out notifications beforehand. But MOTN Plays is going to be a thing where I'm on Twitch and I just talk with you guys if you want to join in or talk in the Twitch chat. You know, it's gonna be fun as hell. So that's gonna be the first game that I play on that. So I'm really excited to get that up and running. So that's gonna be hype. And I'm playing some Monster Hunter World. When I play Monster Hunter, I don't know if it's cross compatible. Otherwise, I'll try to rope you into getting it 2-winner so we can run some sets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to look into that. And other than that, just beating KOTOR, which is super fun. And watching the Godzilla show on Netflix. There's like a new Godzilla anime on Netflix that looks dope as hell. So I'm probably going to watch that tonight. But while I'm eating dinner. So yeah,
nice.
Man. Cool. Good business. Good business. Very good business. So any passing thoughts before we close this bad boy out?
In the mirror, there's a hero 1000. There you go.
I don't know where that's from, but it's beautiful. That was beautiful, man.
Yeah.
My love for you is like a truck, berserker. I'm not going to finish the rest. You can always find this podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, SoundCloud, YouTube, iHeartRadio. As always, I will ask you to please send a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. We're going to definitely have some more YouTube content with the plays videos. Find us on iTunes. Please leave a comment. I would love to hear from you, good, bad, or ugly. Let us know how we're doing. As always, I'm your host, Mike G.
And I'm Winter Sturdivant.
And we're going to ask you to take that one step beyond.
Warrior without fear. He's more powerful than any man. His legend spreads across the land and sea. Showdown! The mightiest